So as most of you guys know, we have been on baby watch for our rabbits for about a week or so now. You saw Zach build the nesting box, and we've been watching her closely and patiently, but also very excitedly waiting on those babies. So today we have an update.
Okay, so Baby Bunny, we made the nesting box, and we knew we were within like 2 to 3 days. That's why we made the nesting box and put it in there. So we knew it was getting really close to happening. She had her fur pulled out, she was making her nest, and so we was like, well, we need to get you a nesting box to do that in instead of just making a hole. Well, the next day, about every 30 minutes, we was out here checking on her, and then something happened right in between a 30-minute window that we didn't see.
So we came back out to do the chores and check, and it was time to take the kids to the grandparents' house. And I came out and looked at her, and she was in a hole, not in her nesting box, which immediately I was a little bit frustrated. I was like, come on, girl. Why are we doing this in the hole?
Right.
So I tried to get in there and get her out, and she wasn't coming out. And at that point, we realized that something was wrong. I could see her bottom, and I could see that it was wet. So I knew that she had either already had babies or she was in process or something. So I called for Zach to come over and look at her, and he realized that something was wrong. He pulled her out of the hole, and unfortunately, she was dead.
Yes.
So it took us a few minutes to kind of collect ourselves and figure out what in the world was happening. I was searching for babies, just making sure that she didn't have them in the hole or they were somewhere else in the pen. You just never know about her and where she's gonna put the babies. She never puts them where she's supposed to.
Right. It is good to note, if you're new to the channel, she has had babies before.
Yes,
the ones we have are.
She was a second-time mom.
Right.
And she was a great mom the first time. So on further inspection, we realized that she was in the middle of childbirth.
Yeah.
And she passed. So it took us a little while to figure it out, but I think what happened was one of the babies was breached.
That's what it appears to be. It appears that they were breached. We originally thought it was face that was starting to come out, but we actually think it was the backside and the claws of the back feet. So we think the baby was breached and got stuck.
Yeah. It all happened very quickly. I mean,
Yes.
like I said, we were checking every 30 minutes, but we also didn't want to, encroach on her space because she was a second-time mom and she knew how to do it.
Right. And every time we came out, it kind of spooked her, and we didn't want to ruin the situation. But like I said, we watched about every 30 minutes to check on her to see if there was any progress.
Yeah. So that was very sad. We figured all that out and realized that that was what happened. She was our first bunny. She was the kids' first rabbit, and she was their pet. So
it took a long time for them to convince me to finally get Funny Bunny, which was her name.
So for a little bit, we wrestled with, do we take her to the vet? Do we rush her and try to save the babies? It was obvious there was no saving her, and it just came to the point where it was too late and nobody was going to be saved.
Right.
It was a Friday night, so there was nowhere we could take her around us in a timely manner that could have made things better. So unfortunately, we buried her and told the kids, and they were very understanding. They were upset because they were just as excited as we were for the babies. They were watching her just like we were. And they wanted more baby rabbits because they loved that the first time.
Yeah.
But they're mature and they understood, and there weren't any tears, just questions, and we explained everything and made sure that they were able to process that well at their age.
Right.
And then, we buried her and went on about the evening.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is part that you have to understand and expect and deal with sometimes, even if you do everything right when you live on a homestead. It's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, especially when that one, she was a pet.
Yeah.
She was our pet. She was our first bunny. Sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow, but I don't want to use the word that you get used to it, but you do get a little coating on your skin.
Right.
Because always in the back of your mind, you're almost expecting or ready for an animal to pass. As much as you don't want to, you know, it inevitably will happen eventually.
Especially when you have this many animals.
Right. But all maintenance was taken care of. Everything was right. You can always ask the question, if we were there during it happening, could we have gotten the baby out, or could we have done this or that differently? But that, you'll get yourself down to a little deep, dark hole, always second guessing everything that you do. But we're moving forward. When there's death, there's always life, right? So that's a step forward that you always have to remember when you do any kind of farming or homestead. Just because something passes, don't take it in vain. Take it as an opportunity, move forward, be better, learn from it, and now we've got something going on with them to hopefully bring more life.
We do. So on our homestead, we had 6 rabbits. We now have 5. We have 3 bucks and 2 females. I guess does.
Yes.
I guess, I'm not sure.
That's what we'll call them.
Yeah. But the oldest buck that we have can breed with them to preserve the bloodline. So we took him, put him into the pen with our 2 females, and they're now living a happy few days together. Everyone's getting along great.
Yep.
No aggressive issues or anything like that.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
We didn't need that to be added onto it.
The buck, the one that we put in there, he actually stays in a little bit smaller cage just because it's only him by himself. He is a little aggressive with other males, so he has to stay by himself. And now he's in the bigger pen, and he's loving that along with being with 2 women. So yeah, they're doing great, and we're hoping to breed both of them if he can breed with both of them, and that'll be awesome. We have it marked on our calendar, and we'll be ready again when the time comes, and God willing, we will have some baby rabbits this time. That's
exactly right. And we're only leaving them there, like she said, just a few days, maybe a week max, and then we'll take him back out because we don't want him to get too comfortable in there. And then if you're curious, the gestational period for rabbits is around a month. The different breeds can kind of vary on their date frames, but most of the ones that you are going to have about 31 days. So it's pretty quick turnaround time. So hopefully he can get the job done, and we'll have some more baby bunnies in about a month. So that'll be really exciting.
That'll be exciting. The kids are ready. They're wanting some rabbits.
And I know a lot of you all do too. There's a few people that are ready for some bunnies because some people wanted to get this new clan that was going to get ready to come. So stay with us. It's coming.
And if you're new to our channel, we don't eat our rabbits. They're not meat rabbits. They're one for poop. Their fertilizer poop is great for the garden, so we use them for that. They're also our pets, and we breed them. We like to breed them and potentially sell buddies. We haven't yet. We've kept all of them so far, but this next round we'll be selling and possibly getting rid of some other bucks.
And we'll have different bloodlines there. So our 2 bucks, that's the reason we have them, is because with the new flock that we'll have coming, they can then breed with them. So we'll have 2 bucks, and then hopefully we'll get a few ladies out of this next batch, and then we can sell some breeding pairs.
That's right. So we know y'all were watching with us and you were excited. Thank you for the thoughts and prayers and well wishes. We wish it had turned out differently, but that's not always in our control, no matter how much we want it to be. And we're going to take that situation and turn it around for the better, and we'll never forget Funny Bunny.
That's right. That's exactly right. She's a very, very sweet part in our heart. But that's not the only life that made it to the homestead. We do have one more thing to show you all that we're really excited about. I swear y'all, it happened the same day.
It always happens that way for us.
Anytime something passes, new life comes.
Yeah, it's always like a gift of, don't be sad, here's
new life. Right. So let's check them out. We got baby chicks. So we've had these on order for a while.
I think we ordered them at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was around Thanksgiving. And so we got 2 different breeds, and we order ours from Hoover's Hatchery. We love them. They always do good with the shipment and with their pricing and just with everything. So that's where they came from. These are what we're saying are my chickens, and they're called Spitzhobbins. And so they're cute little things, and they were very small when they came. They were definitely younger than Jen's. But they're Spitzhobbins, and they're a cool, rare breed that we're excited to grow. Now, we did lose a couple. You could obviously tell with ours, or with mine, they were basically either born the day before or that morning before they shipped. So we had a total of 9 of mine. One was supposed to be a rooster. I haven't sexed to see if the rooster passed or not. I don't think he did. Usually they're a little tougher. But we can call Hoover's Hatchery. They'll help us out and hook us up and make that right. So if you ever have that situation,
the shipping process can be rough on them. It's not always. Sometimes it's all okay. Other times you get a few that just don't make it, unfortunately. But they always make it right. So.
Right, and it honestly depends on how old they are. Because Jens were, you can obviously tell, a few days older and are doing great.
Yeah, I haven't lost any. They're all healthy and doing wonderful.
And here they are.
So mine are prairie bluebell eggers, and they're probably about 5 to 6 days old, I want to say. I think they were almost 2 days when they were shipped. So they were a little bit more hardy, healthier, bigger. Hi, buddy. Hello, buddy. Aren't they sweet? They're cute little things. So they're going to lay those beautiful baby blue eggs, kind of like robin eggs. And they've got their water, they've got their little heat plate and their food. We are keeping apple cider vinegar in both waters and changing it every day, and that's just part of keeping them healthy. We check for pasty butt morning and night, but so far everyone's good, and that's our new life.
And so you may be wondering, that's not that many chickens and you have really big totes, why do you keep them separate? So from experience, we keep different breeds separated because some are a little bit more hardy, a little bit more aggressive than others. And if you have that situation, like say if hers were a little more aggressive, they would trample all over mine. They're smaller, they look weaker, and chickens just peck on things that are different.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody else does that, but we do. That's a rule for us. All breeds stay in their own separate birders.
Yes, absolutely. And it could just be a thing that's in our head, but we have success this way.
Yeah.
So it might be something, if you're having some that are dying and you got mixed breeds, maybe try it. Maybe it'll help out, just split them up a little bit. But that is the death and the life on Stivers Homestead over this past weekend. It was kind of crazy and a little hectic, but it's all right. We always move forward when we take a step forward.
That's right.
Everybody else is 100% healthy, doing great.
Yeah.
Like I said, she wasn't unhealthy. She just had an incident during labor.
Just a tragic thing that unfortunately couldn't be prevented.
Right, exactly. So you do what you can, you try hard, and then you move on to the next one, unfortunately. But it's something that you got to do. Homestead honeys are doing great out there. We're getting milk like crazy. Let's actually show them that real quick. Just show how much we've gotten. Look at that.
Beautiful milk. So 3 nights ago, we officially separated the babies from Mama, which is Butters, so that I can get their milk. They are way past time to wean.
Yeah.
She's weaning them herself. She's doing great with that. So at night we separate them and they stay with each other, and everybody else gets to do their own thing. And then that way in the morning, I get all the milk from Butters. So we're loving it. It's doing great. I've almost got half a gallon here, or a whole gallon, because these are half gallon.
Right.
So once I get 2, I'm going to start making stuff.
Yep, buddy, I can't wait. But I think that wraps it up for this one. We hate that we ever have to bring bad news, but we know so many of you all are watching, and we definitely feel you all as family, and we wanted to share. So keep, I guess, everybody in the prayers. We're all okay. Everything's fine. And the bunnies are hopefully making new bunnies.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, I think this is where we leave you.
All right, we love you.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.